What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today I'm coming at you with the whole comb over. Looking pretty snazzy, I would say. Today we're doing the Mustang. So, a few people know this little nugget. Do I hear voices? This little nugget is LS swapped. It kind of runs, kind of drives. Pretty much complete. Just waiting for some exhaust goodies. What? So this little nugget runs and kind of drives. We have a few things I'm buttoning up today, but it is LS swapped. Putting on some big old goodies as well, so that's pretty neat. Got a nice storm coming in, so let's go ahead and hurry this one up. Also, peep that, looking fresh. Oh, even more. Peep that. Check that out. Saving one shit box at a time. Now that's a good old reference for us, because I like buying cars that are worth nothing, dumping a ton of money into them, have them still not work properly, and then sell them for less than I paid. Yep. So right off the bat, I'll give you guys the numbers of how much it costs. Obviously this could be way more than some people would pay, or way less. I don't know. Keep in mind this is Canadian dollars. And in the middle of World War III, the pandemic, the whole car market is pretty fucked up, so let's jump into it. And I won't be that guy that doesn't tell you how much it costs right off the bat and you have to wait 10 minutes for the end. It costs $3,820, I believe, Canadian dollars. That's for everything, engine, trans, goodies. Yeah, that's not any exterior mods, and in this case no exhaust because we're still working on it. But basically, to LS swap your Mustang Sn95, this is a 94, which is the same as Foxbody. 96 and newer is a little more expensive, more than likely. So, let's pop this hood open. It's pretty rough. So, we basically had to throw this into storage since we swapped it, so kind of didn't think it was in this bad a shape, but here I am. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so once again, this thing isn't complete. We're still kind of touching up some things. Took it for a test drive again, and we gotta fix some janky things and figure out why we have no power steering, but this is it. We have a 4.8 or 5.3, I don't even remember honestly at this point, from Silverado Gen 3, running a 4L60 and a big ass radiator that is hella overkill, so that's always good. That thing is a girthy unit. Now, as far as the engine and trans go, that's probably going to be the biggest, most expensive thing on this list. For most people. Not for me. No. So we usually have a bunch of goodies sitting off in this corner that you guys see in the... Ow, jeez. Whoa! Just got attacked. Got a bunch of goodies sitting in this corner. Usually engines and transmissions such as this. So that's how we got this engine. We basically, LS is our thing, kind of hence the LSW kind of deal, but basically in this corner at all times we have a complete swap. So this one is no different. We got this engine for $125 from a pick and pull on a 50% off day. It's been sitting for about 3 years in that corner, waiting for a nugget worthy of that. So this is actually our cleanest engine we've had, and no one wants to buy it, so I used it. That's how we got that. Now obviously this, like, best case scenario, it came with all the accessories. Shout out to the purple alternator, that's a thing. And that's basically about as complete as you can get. Long block, coils, accessories, intake, fuel rail, injectors, for pretty much everything. So $125, not bad. And then as far as the transmission, 4L60s are a dangerous game to buy used, but I did anyway. And that little nugget cost us $125 big dollars. So what a coincidence that our engine cost equal amounts to my trans. The trans I did get off a private local seller, so I was promised it was in good working condition. So far it kind of moves the car, but I wouldn't say it's in perfect condition yet. We got to sort some things out, but basically $250 for a long block and a transmission is not too bad. So So far it's budget. That quickly goes away when we talk about how to get this engine in the engine bay. Forgot to charge the battery, so we got to knock out the next 40 minutes and 11% of a battery. So
your production value is just plummeting.
Yes. So the oil pan, I still remember it because it was so difficult to find one. You ready? Holly 302-3. Boom. If you're swapping an LS into this using the Hooker Blackheart series, that's the oil pan you need. That oil pan, we could have modified the cross member. We didn't. We put the Holly 302-3 in, and that nugget is 550 big ones. That sucks.
In Canada.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, we've already gone across Canadian to US
Everything
conversion.
here is half the price of the real world.
And they don't have to pay any of the shipping. So now the next one is going to be the mounts. Those were $200 with the F-body intermediate rubber clamshells, I think is the name. $200 to get that situated in there and everything happy. You'd think we're almost done. You're wrong. Next up is the headers.
Wow, I don't even have a chance to reply.
Oh wow, yeah, that's should have wrapped those maybe. That's rough. So these beautiful, brand new, looking like the Titanic cast manifolds, those cost me a lot of money. Let me double check. Boy, that's upsetting. Just mobbing through. Damn guy. All right, those beautiful. They suck. That sucks. So Holly, actually those are hookers. Wonder if I'll still get monetized. The hookers are 500 and what I say 40?
I think so, yeah.
Over $500.
Relevant when they're in the States. You're like 540. They're only $200 here.
What's that guy in Canada talking about? This is one paycheck I could have swapped. That sucks. So those look great. If you're gonna get those, don't get those ones. That's all they had locally. We tried using all our other headers up there that turned out they do not fit at all. And there was one set of these in the city. And I got them. So here we are in the beautiful interior on this Nugget. 250,000 easy kilometers on this poor thing. Next up was the shifter. That is a ratchet shifter. B&M Stealth, I believe. And super unnecessary, but oh my god, this thing is great. Looks terrible because the rest of it is in my room. So, not ideal. We still have to mount it and everything. We still have to adjust the cable, but doesn't matter. Shifter looks beautiful when it's complete. And that little nugget right there is $480. Woo! Would I recommend that to anyone? Absolutely. It's beautiful. Do you need it? Absolutely not. I probably could have used the stock Ford one. Here we are. A little bit of a personal touch. If I'm going to be sitting in here, might as well make it real cool and real nice. It is getting colder and colder. Shout out to Tim Hortons ice caps. They taste different every day. Anyway, next up we have the worst kit ever, and there's probably a reason it's discontinued, are these beautiful, dirty ICT billet LS pulley bracket kit. And basically this just turns it into a nice simple pulley style, and they look great, and more importantly they fit under the hood, so that's pretty rare. There's a reason it's discontinued. That turnbuckle, biggest nightmare of probably this whole swap, if I'm honest. Yeah, those cost him 150 bucks, and then I bought them off him for less than that, but those are about 150 bucks, I think. Uh-oh. It's a good sign when the screen goes dark because the battery's almost dead. I think I gotta go charge. 1 sec. Almost forgot my ice cap. I'll put you right here. That probably won't go anywhere. It's a rough ride today, guys. It is. It's a rough one. So, jumping right back into it. I think we did the ICT billet brackets. 150 bucks for those. Just makes it super easy to run an LS in pretty much anything. These are all truck accessories, so yeah, pretty straightforward. Next up, we have all our AN lines. We're running AN for our fuel and power steering somewhere down there, as well as all the fittings. That's going to be basically 200 bucks right there. Dash 6, that's what we're running. Dash 6 everywhere, so super quick and easy. Again, that's something not everyone will do, but what the hell is this? What happened there? What? No. Oh my god, that's gross. Hope I didn't slam that in the hood somewhere. Next up, we have this beautiful custom intake. pretty rough actually. These are just universal silicone, and I think these are 5-inch, like 45 degrees, and more silicone reducers to K&N right there. Dry filter. That's about $120, so fully custom. That's kind of overkill, and I don't know if I like the looks of it. It's a big boy though. That is a big intake, that's for sure. Now we're getting pretty close to the end. We have one more exciting bit left. Are you ready? This is it. Boom, we got our big boy red. Look at that. The thing is huge. Went way overkill with that. I don't even need fans, but that's crazy. Now, obviously we aren't done yet. I'm gonna do some pusher fans up here, just so it's nice and clean on the inside of the engine bay, but I can't stress enough how big that radiator is. That is super not necessary, especially for right now, a stock LS. Whew. And that giant radiator cost an astounding $420, I think. Which actually isn't that bad. Definitely fits the build, and it'll support anything I do to this engine, so yeah. Now as far as running this whole thing, we are just running a truck ECU and harness that we picked apart, thinned out, and now it's just an LS swap harness, which is super cheap and affordable. That came with the engine, same with the ECU, so that was part of the 125. Next up is going to be the unlocking of the factory truck ECU, as well as a base tune. Unfortunately, that was for a big cam LS. So obviously, with the end of the world coming around, there is a cam shortage. That's why this is not cammed yet. We cannot get them here, so yeah, that sucks. Now I gotta get tuned again, but all said and done with a dyno tune, locally you're going to be looking at about $360. Now that's a real cheap price. Everyone's just mobbing down here today. Now that's a pretty good price. Usually going to pay a lot more than that. And it's even better because I didn't have to pay shipping. Can't stress enough how happy I am when I don't have to pay shipping for something. What is going on? Oh, winter is still here. It was beautiful yesterday. Now it's snowing still. That's unfortunate. And now the last part is going to be the drive shaft. So, can't show it. I'm not even going to go down there because you won't see it. Take my word for it. It's there though. So now we are running the LS with a 4L60. We have our custom trans cross member, and we swapped in an 8.8 because this was a V6 car. And we have a fully custom drive shaft. She's a big boy. That's like, I think, a 4-inch diameter drive shaft. It'll basically support anything we're going to do with this. So we're not boosting it. We're going to stay basically NA, probably big old cam though. Hopefully next year we get more cams in Canada, but custom drive shaft for that one, I believe 600. Can confirm that was a $600 drive shaft. Now again, I got that done up locally at a shop that does good work. That's all I gotta say about it. Drive shaft, whole drive shaft, 600 bucks. It'll handle anything we do to this thing. So the fuse in this drivetrain is definitely the transmission, and that's probably the first thing to go. I hope the next video isn't me pulling a transmission on it. I'll be very upset. Okay, I'm cold. I've had enough. We're inside now. I don't know where I can put you. Oh, let's fix my comb over. Looking fresh again. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it for the Mustang LS swap. So obviously you can spend a lot more than this, and you can spend a lot less than this. Kind of depends on what your package looks like. I got lucky and got some, well, the main parts, the engine and trans, super cheap. So locked out there, even for Canadian dollars, like that's like 80 US dollars. That's insane to get an engine, $80 for trans. I'm happy. So unfortunately, after the cam shortage, we're gonna have a whole video on pulling the engine or trans again to put in a torque converter and all the goodies. So I love doing stuff twice. Now obviously you can spend a lot more than that getting a more desirable LS if you're boosting. If you're gonna do a 6-speed instead of an automatic, stuff like that will definitely pump the price up. But for me, this thing is just supposed to be a nice fun weekend car, and eventually I'll get carried away and it'll be big numbers probably. So my radio fell out. So that's pretty much it, guys. $3,860 Canadian dollars. Final price. Everything's said and done. Now again, a lot of these things you could do, you could fab up your own mounts and stuff like that. I went with the Hooker Holly Blackheart series swap kit, just because I wanted this thing swapped in a day and being able to move it and roll it around, get it in storage, stuff like that. So obviously you can save a lot of money if you fab up your own mounts and everything. that's just not the route I decided to go on this. I want to be a nice, reliable build and, you know, off-the-shelf bits. We did an LS swap Subaru. That was a full custom build. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I forgot where we left off. I got a phone call, and that just blew my little mind. But here we are. That's it for my LS swap Mustang. We have a ton of videos to come. Obviously, we have to put the whole thing together. Definitely fix that amount of jankiness right there. Interior work, we have a ton coming for this. Civic also is getting a full interior do-over. And then obviously we got to start driving this thing. Probably not anytime soon because it is snowing. We are getting 4 inches of snow today. And it was sunny 2 days ago, like sunny t-shirt weather. Welcome to Canada. So, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to see this in July. So that's like 7 months away. Hopefully I still own these cars. I don't know. I am pretty spontaneous when it comes to that. So thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.